G'day and welcome to the Inforunners. I'm Execute, joined by Osiris Frost. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. How you doing?
Good. You look really well. I feel like shit.
You've been doing this every single day.
Yeah.
End.
Yeah, my mum gave me some things to put under my eyes, make me feel a bit better, but yeah, we'll get going. But yeah, generally a pretty light day here at Best in Show. There are a little surprises that I was tempted by, but I'll talk about that as we go through. So I'll flick it over to the browser. And we have, straight off the bat, the Pisces. So tell me your thoughts on the Pisces, please.
I think the Pisces is a really good ship. Big fan of it. And my only complaint is that CIG won't let you apply the C8R upgrade to the Pisces that comes bundled with your Carrick in your hangar.
Yeah. I think, as I did say to you before the show, I think that might be to protect people from future things that the ship might actually do. So we'll have to wait and see. And I also do think it tips the hat to the fact that the medical Pisces is more meant for the galaxy. I think I do find it a little weird though that Anvil made a ship for Roberts Space Industries to use in the back of theirs, but we'll see. But yeah, this ship is very good for bunker missions. I do think the new medical Pisces is probably a little bit better now, and we will see a few people upgrading because of that. But you are right, you do have to buy it separately. I just use my regular Pisces, so I probably won't get a medical one. I'll just keep using this one. But yeah, I think it's become one of my favorite starter ships, to put it that way. I'd probably say the Cutter would be the only thing that kind of takes over from this now, just based on price. That and the Avenger, but just the size of this one is, you can't understate it because it can be spawned at small pads. So yeah. All right, tell me your thoughts on the Carrick.
Carrick is a strong generalist ship. I have the personal belief that a lot of the community has fallen in love with this ship, in part because of what they want exploration to be. And there are still a lot of questions, and I'm concerned that exploration, while it is going to be forever pertinent to specific industries, I think that the big thrust of exploring uncharted space might be like a first come, first serve sort of thing. And a lot of people who have a Carrick might not get to partake in that just because they have work or other obligations outside of the game.
Yeah, my hope is they can find ways to get around that, procedural generations, temporary jump points, things like that. So everyone can get a chance to explore some stuff. The other part of the ship is a lot of people, like, I don't want to use the word overrated, but a lot of people think this ship does everything and it'll be great at everything. And I think it's undergunned for its size, and that shows that the reason why it has repair and medical is to just increase the longevity and survivability of the people on that ship. And so it's meant to be out doing things and on its own. It's not really meant to be around other ships. It may come back to a fleet and stuff, or be part of a fleet, but it really is a scout, a soloistic ship that's out there looking for stuff, and them, you know, their danger is that they're alone, and it's going to take them time to get back to civilization. So yeah. There's no ship quite like it, but as I said, the guns are what make it weaker, in my opinion. Yeah, but a great value for its price too. At $600, it's cheaper than a Perseus, and I think you get a lot more value out of it. All right, the MSR, Rumpelstiltskin. I'm gonna make a push right now. We get Agra to call his MSR Rumpelstiltskin because you can't unsee the silts once you see it, and that's my biggest flaw.
If we get 100 people to comment Rumpelstiltskin in the comments, we will make Algrid name his MSR Rumpelstiltskin.
That's rookie numbers. I think you'd have to go for 500 Rumpelstiltskins.
You gotta pump those numbers up.
Yeah. Well, I did 500 likes for a mule giveaway, and we got it. I was like, what the hell? I didn't think we'd ever get that.
Yeah, but 1,000 people comment Rumpelstiltskin in the comments.
Yeah. But you know, doesn't have a second exit. Doesn't have any windows or skylight that was in the concepts. As I said, those stilts. One other little flaw is all the components in one room and the back door as you get in. So it just shows that this ship is really not a fighter. It is a runner. It is designed to run. It grew a lot in size, but the whole reason I've kept mine is the data running. It's such a unique profession that it's just nowhere else. So that's why I've held on to it. What about you, Osiris?
I don't have much to add to what you just said. I'm pretty much in agreement with that. My only other complaint would be the weird elevator thing in the cargo hangar, and I hope that when they stick in a second entrance, a lift up front or something, maybe they'll revisit that and just turn it into a ladder or a staircase.
Yeah, kind of like what they did with the Corsair. I know the Corsairs is a lot
Yeah.
shorter, but like I've sat there and looked at other stairs in the game. They got 100% put a stairs there, and why can't it just be a stairs that goes into the wall or something like that? But whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, the Scorpius. I think you and I will both be in agreement. For $240, you'd be better off to spend $20 more in an MSR. How about you?
I couldn't have said it better myself. It's a fun, I guess, as far as fighters go, it's a fun ship. I'm not much of a dogfighter myself, but this is an earning game for me.
Yeah. Alg and I talk about it a fair bit. The way the weapons are the same for the pilot and the gunner, it just doesn't mentally prepare you for that teamwork gameplay where when you're in a ship like a Hurricane, because the turret's got slightly more powerful guns, you tend to work for the turret gunner and it flows so much better mentally. I guess you will get used to it in this ship and eventually that'll flow, but just right off the bat, it just flows better. The Hurricane's got a smaller footprint, it's earnable in game. This is not earnable in game yet. So for me, it's don't get either and earn the Hurricane in game. And the Hurricane's only about 1.3 mil less than that. So you can get that fairly quickly for most people. So yeah. All right, that's it for those. I do want to go through. So if you buy any of these ships and you have them in your hangar at the end of the show, you'll be given the best in show skins. These are the top 4 winners from the best in show vote that was held in September. That did not roll off my tongue. So the Pisces, these all speak to me, Osiris. They're all black and red. My color scheme is black with a little bit of red, so they've probably got a little bit too much red. But how do you feel about this one?
In general, I agree. I like the way they all look, except for maybe on the Carrick and maybe the Pisces. There's probably a little too much red, and I wish there was a little more understated. And they went with red accents on a black skin. But yep. I think that the red and black is a nice color scheme, and in my opinion, it looks best on the MSR out of all 4 of these.
Yeah, the red needs to be highlights, especially because it's a metallic. But I think it's just I don't know. It's like 20%, and they need to just roll it back down to like 10%. It's just slightly too much on all of them. So yeah, the Scorpius is. I actually think the Scorpius is one of the better.
It does look good, yeah.
Yep. And the Mercury Star-R5, I think you and I were talking before the show. This is probably the best of all of them, looks wise. Yep. And yeah, the Carrick. I think this is probably the worst looking of all of them. I think they need to kind of take the red off the sides and maybe put it on a bit on the top. It just these 2 big slabs down each side look a bit strange.
You know what it seems like that they have probably already existing in their development pipeline. They probably have paint zones, and it probably like takes a developer 2 seconds to punch in 2 color codes to the 2 paint zones. I would like in the future for the best in show skins to be a little more bespoke.
Yeah, if you go,
I understand they have a million things going on, and you don't want to spend 2 weeks doing this.
Yeah, I think though a lot of the Carrick skins has this top and side mentality thing going now, and I'd like to see it a little broken up, so maybe a bit of diagonal, so some just on these edges, but in time. All right, all these ships have a Warb on C2 today, which is rather interesting. So basically for the Pisces, you get it costs you $5 and you get $5 off. So a couple options here for $35. You can go from any of these here at $35. I don't think that they would be really for many older backers, because unless you got one of these sitting around as a CCU chain, you probably do. But for me, I tend to have things that are more like a cutter or whatever's at the sale, like the LTI token. But if you've got an MPUV referral or something like that that's sitting around, maybe you want to turn it into a Pisces. Maybe you want to queue it with the, if you happen to pick the one up for the medical Pisces, you could save $10 and go to the medical Pisces and turn your MPUV into that. So just as an example. So yeah. Then we got the Scorpius. This is $20 off. And probably the best option here from my point of view is the Hurricane. It does cost $10 more than the Vulcan, but the Vulcan's going to go up in price, so it's a little unsafe. So yeah, that'll cost you $15, but save you $20. All right, then you got the MSR. This is I've forgotten the amount. I think this has got
another $20 one, I believe.
Let me have a look. My brain is a bit fried at the moment. So we have 20 bucks off. And the best option for that would obviously be, where is it? The Hoplite is what I remember. Yeah, the Hoplite. So that'd be the best one I'd probably jump off. Then finally, this is the tricky one. There is no good ships here for the Carrick. It's $40 off, but it'll also cost you $40. So if you are going up and you've got no other way to get up, like no other CCUs, and you're a fairly new person in the game, this may be for you, but you'd probably want to go from the M2. So yeah, M2 to Carrick and $40 saving. Nothing to shy at. It's just that we know there are better options out there, but if you're a new person, that's the way to be going. There are also going to be CCUs tomorrow as well, so we'll get a CCU guide out for that. So look forward to that, and there'll be a whole bunch of new CCUs. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these make it on to tomorrow, but I could be completely utterly wrong. So yeah, pick them up if you think you've got a chain there that you want to build up to a higher ship above. All right, last but not least, this is what was very tempting to me, was these armors, because black and red being my colors, there are actually 3 here that I regularly wear. How do you feel about those, Osiris, the armors?
I think that every piece here looks great. I still wouldn't pledge real world money for armor or weapons, but I mean, like this, the artists who designed these nailed it.
Well, eventually they'll be in game, so maybe I should just bypass. I am thinking about just picking them up and chucking them in buyback and go, like, tempted, if I ever change my mind. So yeah. But yeah, I like them. They speak to me. I definitely, the middle one here is really good too, because it's actually a better combo. They actually have like a red one in the subscriber flares, and this is much better than that. So yeah, these speak to me quite a bit. With that is everything. The event itself, let's talk about that. So that's AIE, I guess, for another year, other than the CI. What is it, CCUs tomorrow and stuff like that. So that's what that'll be. We'll get a guide out. We're also going to do a guide on the
Galaxy.
Yeah, that's the one. So yeah. All right. Is there anything you want to hear from people in the comments below, Osiris?
Rumpelstiltskin.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to twist Algrid's arm, but maybe all those comments will do it. We'll see. But yeah, from me, I want to know, are you happy with the best in show skins? Are you happy with the event as a whole? For me, the event really does still feel like it's for new people. We don't really get a ship for the older backers at Invictus as an example. We only really ever get it here at AIE. But as I think you kind of said before the show, it's probably one of the better priced, like it's like they're feeling the heartbeat of inflation and that we're all feeling. So they've kind of like toned it down this year. It just, the cut of best value we've ever seen.
I generally feel like this year's event was one of the better ones that I can recall in recent history. And I liked all the ships that were concepted here, and the Corsair, obviously. I'm a big fan aesthetically of the Corsair, although I think it has its practical problems as a fighting ship, but yeah, it was a good event.
Yeah, it was. And yeah, I'd like to hear what you guys think. What did you pick up? Did you like the best in show skins, all that type of stuff? Are you looking forward to see my CCU guide tomorrow? I'm looking forward to sleep. But with that, he's been Osiris Frost. I've been Execute. We'll catch you in the next one. Oh wait,
see you later.
I forgot something. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, ring that notification bell. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of reports from people that they're not getting all the videos. So please, if you are keen on getting a video, all our videos, please do that, because we've heard that people are missing them. All right, with that, we'll catch you in the next one.